In our next task, we want to continue with our project in Dixi. Here you see the single line diagram we want to create with Digsi-5. We will have two bays, one bus bar, a 400 kV bus bar, a disconnect switch, a circuit breaker, and a feeder disconnect switch. And there will be also a second bay, bay number 2, with a disconnect ground switch and the ground symbol. So we will now go ahead to Dixi and create this, and later also assign the relays to it. So I will go back to my virtual machine and pull up Dixi. So my project I created earlier is still open. So the first thing I will do here from the top is to create a single line diagram. And the first time you open it up, you can click here on library. This will open up your library on the right hand side, and then you can close this yellow box. I will minimize the tree on the left side to have more workspace available. And I will now go ahead and search for the bus bar on the top. So there's a horizontal bus bar. I take the symbol, drag and drop this into my single line diagram. And I will increase the size a little bit because we need a little more space. And I will now go ahead and select the disconnector for bay number 1. Drop it here. And next thing we would need is a circuit breaker. This one is right here. So same thing, I drag and drop this into bay number 2. So in that blue area or gray area. And this will automatically connect this to the disconnect switch. And we need the feeder disconnect switch as well. I'll bring this here below the circuit breaker, and we also assign it to a feeder cable. Okay, everything is connected, and the next thing we will do is bay number 2. We will select the disconnect switch on the right side and drop it below the bus bar. And we also would need a ground object, which is here on the top. And the same thing here, please drop it within that colored area. This will automatically connect everything. So we're basically done. What you then now do is you assign the properties to the bus bar and to the devices. So if you go below into this property box here, you see you can change the name of the bus bar. You can also change voltage and current and the frequency here, 60 Hertz in our case. And here you can also change names of this disconnect switch. For example, this is my disconnect switch number 1. And this here will be my 52 circuit breaker. There are also other settings here that you can assign. And this is my disconnect switch number 2. And on the right hand side, this will be our ground disconnect switch. Disconnect ground. Okay, and done is our single line diagram. We can now save the project. This is now saved to our library.